Chapter 2. Always be grateful. The ungrateful fisherman. Ivan was an old fisherman. He lived in a small village on the seaside in Scotland. He had no children, and his wife had also died long ago. So he had to do all his chores himself. In his youth, he was an expert fisherman. He used to catch fish in the deep sea. Now, he had grown old. He could not go out to the sea for fishing. So, he tried to catch fish in the nearby river. Every morning, he would go to the river and sit there, fishing the whole day long. In the evening, he would sell the fish in the market and buy food for himself. It was really a hard life for him. One day, as he was sitting on the riverbank, trying to catch some big fish, a large bird with silvery feathers alighted on a rock near him. It was Sinna, a huge rock-like heavenly bird. "Is there none to look after you, Grandpa?" asked the bird. "Nobody in this world," replied Ivan. "You should not be doing such hard work at this age," said Sinna. "From tomorrow, I will bring you a big fish every evening. Sell it in the market and live in comfort," said Sinna. True to her word, the bird began to drop a large fish at his doorstep every evening. All that Ivan had to do was to take the fish to the market and sell it. There was a high demand for big fish. Within a few months, he became very rich. He bought a big bungalow near the sea. There was a beautiful garden in front of the house. He also engaged a servant to cook for him. Now, he decided to marry again and began to look for a suitable bride. One afternoon, he was sitting in his garden when he heard the royal announcer making an announcement. "Our king needs a great bird called Sinna," said the announcer. "Whoever can give information about this bird and help to catch it will be rewarded with half the wealth in the royal treasury and half the kingdom." Ivan became curious. He went out to the announcer and asked, "Why does the king want the bird?" "His son is seriously ill," explained the announcer. "A holy man has advised him to bathe in the blood of a Sinna bird. Do you know where it can be found?" No, stammered Ivan. Ivan was torn between greed and his sense of gratitude to the bird. So, he could not give a coherent reply. The announcer felt that the man must know something about the bird. So he informed the king, who called him to the palace. "If you have any information about the bird, tell me," said the king. "I will give you handsome reward, and if you help to catch it, I will personally crown you king of half my kingdom." A handsome reward and half the kingdom. It would surely make me a king, Ivan thought. Greed prevailed upon him. "I will get the bird for you," he said after a brief pause. "But Sinna is very strong. I will need some soldiers for help." The king agreed. That evening, when Sinna came with the fish, Ivan called out to her, "You drop the fish and go away. I never get a chance to thank you for all that you have done for me," he said. "Today I have arranged a great feast for you. Please accept my invitation and come in." At first, Sinna was reluctant to come in, but the old man pleaded so earnestly that she had to agree. She came down and sat for a while. As soon as she came down on the ground, Ivan grabbed her legs and shouted to the soldiers for help. They came running and tried to catch the bird. But despite of their best efforts, they could not keep Sina down. She rose into the air with Ivan still clinging onto her legs. By the time Ivan realized he was being carried away, he was high up in the air. He hung on grimly, and from that day, neither he nor Sina was ever seen again. What is gratitude? Gratitude is an emotion similar to appreciation that most people are familiar with. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can revolutionize your life forever. It is one of the most important elements of success. It is the key for experiencing life at its best. It's good to be grateful for what you have. Feel it, because things can change. It is not possible to feel positive all the time. Sometimes we get sad, angry, or don't feel grateful at all. It's part of being a human being. Although we might not feel it, there are things to be grateful for. Seek them out, because they will help to change your attitude towards life. Express gratitude whenever you can. It's amazing. It can make the difference to you and those around you. If you do it regularly, it will become your habit and can only have a positive effect on your life. Being grateful has the power to change your mood almost instantly from negative to positive. Good feelings and positive energy arise when you start acknowledging what you are grateful for. It generates good vibes. Quantum physics applied to positive thinking states that the vibes of your thoughts affect and modify the reality around you. Being grateful will give you a meaning because it allows you to capture the full essence of every moment. It takes the burden out of life while adding the dimension of beauty, and it allows you to find contentment even in moments of crisis. Gratitude is an advanced practice, but it yields abundant possibilities. The more grateful you are, the more authentic you become. Gratitude will change you into a peaceful, conscious, and sacrificial person. You will be able to present and you will be able to live in the flow of life. You are able to have the right perspective and understand the value that each cycle of life brings. You will move from a life of complaining to a life of compassion and appreciation. Being grateful is developing a mindset that nothing has the ability to comprise your contentment. Contentment will create the conditions that you desire to see in your life. Cultivating a lifestyle of gratitude will be the best decision you will ever make.